Hi guys, this is Stephanie. Welcome to Stephanie's Journey. For those of you who are here for the very first time, welcome. And for those of you returning, welcome back. Today I am going to do a garden tour and show you guys what I got. So let me turn you around. Alright, right here I have some strawberries. I just planted some seeds. They take like 3 or 4 weeks to grow. I've done it twice, but I used my own seeds the first time. Then the second time I used my some seeds I purchased. So I have that. Here I have some stars. I let dry up. These are my flowers that's gonna go in my front yard. They are hostas. I had a video, I'll link it. I still haven't planted them yet. These are my onions that I have growing in this little container to see how they doing here. They're actually bubbling up. As you can see, they're bubbling up. So they may do okay. I watch Farming on the Rocks, and she grows in these same exact type containers, and she does good. So let's thought I'd try it. These are my flowers. It's been hot for the past 3 days, and I've been busy, and I didn't water them, but I gave them a bunch of water today. So we'll see what they do. But that one is looking dried up, but it'll be okay to bounce back. So I get some water to it. I add some more because it's drunk. All that I put in there, and I put some more in there. See if they'll bounce back, because I have some dino kale that I want to make it that's there. And here I have a little bit of thyme that I planted. I planted some thyme seeds, and this is peppermint seeds. So we'll see how that do. I don't know if that's peppermint or what that is. And then here, I keep putting seeds for lemon balm in here, but I don't know if any of it's going to come up. I'm going to add some more seeds because I got another pack. I want to make sure I have lemon balm because I do use that in my teas that I make for myself. But finally, it got some time to grow. And I got 3 sprouts. My friend gave me that one, but it didn't make it. So, good thing that my seeds germinated. So, that's all I have for those on my porch. Oh, and I have a comfrey plant that I grew it from seed last year. I grew 2, and I gave one to my friend. Maybe I gave her 2, because she had 2. Maybe one had a baby, but she gave me one back because mine didn't grow. Anyway, this is the nectarine tree. Still has a bunch of nectarines on it. They are looking good. Some of them have been look like someone tried to get them, but they'll be fine. It's okay if they scarred a little bit on the outside. Here we have mint. This is chocolate, and I don't know what other kind of mint it is, and there's chocolate and something else. But you can tell the chocolate ones because they have darker stems, but not looking too good. I need to clean it up and fertilize it. This one has my sage that I grew that I'm going to transplant, some weeds, and then some ground cherries that popped in there. I have my 5 cabbages that I still have under these little trash cans. They reached the top, but I was waiting for them to curl in a little bit. So I still may try to build something to put over top of them. Maybe in this section. I've never had this happen before, but my garlic has died back. They had some kind of bugs on them, black bugs. I don't know what they were, and then they started dying. So I'm gonna pull them all up, and it got a bunch of ground cherries in here as well. We don't need those. I'm gonna pull all those out. I might save 1 or 2 of them with them, and one of these. I don't know. But that's what we have over here. My fig tree, both of them have come back to life. This one is fully green now. And it got weeds down the bottom. I need to get those out. And then here, same thing. The top started sprouting. So we may get some figs this year. This blueberry tree has not done nothing. So I don't think it's coming back. That one completely died. I pulled it out. So did the one that go in here. So all we have is my initial one. This was the very first one I got, but one whole side of it is dead as well. So I guess the very cold winter maybe got to it. I don't know. But the leaves are a little green, so I'm going to put some fertilizer in it. Clean out the weeds at the bottom. I started pulling them up, and then we'll go from here. I have a volunteer. Looks like a coriander. Cilantro. I call it coriander. So I'll just let it go to seed for the coriander, if that's what it is. But that's what it looks like. I had one growing over here last year, and the seeds must have dropped. So I just left it. Nothing there but a bunch of weeds. So yeah, that's it for that. I am. Oh, them birds are loud. I don't know where they at. Oh, there it is on that tree. I got to do my weeds in between mine and my neighbor's fence. I'm going to spray some salt and vinegar on them because they are out of control. But anyway, let's continue over here on this side. Okay, over here we have my homegrown garlic that's in these two that I grew from last year. The stems aren't that big, so they may not get that big, but that's okay because I got a bunch of it growing in different locations. These are my Brussels sprouts. I have those 3 cabbages, one there, and one there that I put in there. And they don't look like they're going to seed, but the rest of this is cabbages. No, the rest of this is Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and that may be a cabbage too from last year. So everything is gone to seed or is going to seed like that. One, as you can see, is going to seed at the top. Some of them I cut off. I am going to let... Oh, and we got a rosemary in that bed. And this bed. This rosemary plant did come back. I cut off all the dead, so it is coming back. But in this bed is greens. Collard greens, and they have gone to seed. I'm going to leave one of them in here and let it go to seed so I can get the seeds. I may leave 2 because the ones on here are this one and those are 2 different kinds. So I probably will leave 2 in here. But my potatoes have started to pop up that I volunteered from last year. Have not put my new potatoes in here yet. I'm going to do that tomorrow. After I pull this stuff up and rake the straw back, I'm going to put the rest of my potatoes that I have in the house. So I have whatever potatoes that pop up, and then the ones that I put in here. I think I might have voles in this bed because it's keep rising up. And I put one of them little things in there, but I don't know. Nothing is in that pot. Nothing's in that one. And this is some more garlic. This is garlic I purchased, and they don't look no bigger than the ones from mine from last year. The stems on them are kind of small, but they don't have any disease. So I like planting stuff in different locations and not all in one place, so that in case something happens, all of it don't go bad. These are my red onions in this bed. Some of them didn't make it from the frost, but most of them did. So I got some empty spots, and I may plant something in these empty spots. I may not. I don't know. I'll see how they do. This is my stevia that popped back. I actually tried to pull it up, but it's actually grew from this stem from last year. This was the tree, so it grew from that. I can't tell if I'm showing it. Yeah, it grew from that. So I did pull some up off of there, and I put them in water so they can root, and they are rooting. I'll show you that if I remember. This is my garlic from last year. One didn't do nothing, and one is growing. These are the other half of the red onions. So we have some red onions. I started some more onions, but the red ones ain't come up on it, the yellow ones. These are the ones I got from Halls. Is so fire. I'm not going to buy any more onions anymore. I think they charge too much for them. So I'm just going to keep trying to grow from seed. On this side is my Texas Super Sweet. So these are the yellow ones. And I primarily buy red onions, but I eat yellow onions too. But that's what it is right here on this side. So we have those. They did much better than the red as far as surviving the frost. But they're bubbling up, as you can see. Oh, that one has split. Anywho, I got some of them that's bubbling up. Not in this bed, don't look like it's much, or that bed, but my other bed does. This is my elephant garlic. I had 7 cloves of it. So we got all 7 cloves of that are doing pretty good. And then on the end, we got 4 of my own garlic, so we have that. And then straighten up. Over here, I put 3 tomatoes and 3 peppers, all different kind. No, these two. These 2 are mushrooms, and then that is aroma. And then we got our snap peas back here. They're going to put, oh, I got my first flower. I didn't realize that. And y'all see that right there? My first flower. So, and the peppers are actually starting to get flowers on them too. Even though they're so small, I'm going to let them. And I put some onion. I had some little bulbs of onions. I put them all up in the front. That one's still. Let's see. That one's still up a little bit. It ain't pushed down enough, but the green is coming out of it. So I put them in there to the rugs. I also have some basil growing. I'll show you that. And I'm going to put that in between each one. So in between each tomato plant, it's going to be basil. I planted a lot. That is a snow pea that came up, and it's going to grow up that trellis. I planted 4. 2 came up, but 1 didn't make it. So we'll have that 1. Then we got those 4 tomatoes in each of these beds, and I always plant 4. This one has flowers coming on it. This one has flowers coming on it. That's a German Johnson. That's a Brandywine. This one says it is a San Marzano, but it looks like a Brandywine to me. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't think it's a San Marzano. I don't know what it is. It looks more like that the bottom leaves does, but the top leaves don't. So I don't know what it is. We'll see. It needs water. So I water those. And this one is a San Marzano. Then we have a Jimmy Nardella. We have a jalapeno. All of these are grown from seed, even though the tag is from another year. I saved the tags from when I buy stuff. But that's a jalapeno. That's a fish pepper, and that's another jalapeno. All of these are from seeds, and all of these, I got 2 jalapenos because I like them. I had 2 Jimmy Nardellas, but 1 didn't make it because I really, really, really like that one. But I'm just going to have 1. And then the fish pepper, which those are kind of hot. So we have that. This is the other half of those yellow onions I showed previously. And this bed looks like back there that might be a tomatillo that popped up from last year. But I can't tell, it's bitten up. But it's some kind of tomatillo or tomato from last year. And I'll just let that grow and figure out what it is. Replant it. These over here are the ones that are actually bubbling up some because they're bigger around the bottom. Like, see that down there? They're doing pretty good. I'm not going to ring around them or anything. I don't feel like doing that. I'm going to let them do whatever it is they do naturally. Because, people that farm, they don't be doing that. Because they be growing too many and they be fine. Alright, and here we have aroma. I heard something. We have aroma. Oh, it's the bird on the roof, on the fence. Scared me to death. Okay. Roma, San Marzano. What's that? That says a German Johnson. So I got 2 German Johnson and aroma. So I got a bunch of tomatoes for making salsa. And then the pepper. This is a black Hungarian. This is a Bequiso, the yellow one. I want the red one. I got a red one that's not doing too good still and on the porch, but hopefully it bounces back. I'll dose it with something. And then this is a banana, and that is a cayenne. And I have 2 cayennes, but I don't need but 1. I'm going to get one to my friend. So that's all I have. And then I have onions in front of it, and again I'm going to put some basil in between each and every one of these. And then I'm going to come through this weekend and those leaves that's hanging down the bottom, I'm going to chop those off and prune them because I don't want the disease from them touching the ground. So I'm going to cut those off. And the peppers, usually they do all right and don't get anything. That one got a flower coming on it. They don't get too many diseases on the pepper, but who knows? Every year is different. Nothing that is in this bed. This is where I'm going to put my sweet potato slips. And I might do them this weekend. These are my starts. I just moved them up here to get more sun off the porch where I planted my okra and my squashes and zucchini. I got one coming up right there if you can see it. And that one. And that's the only one I see. Hopefully by the end of the day, since I set them up here, put a bunch of water in it, they'll drink it up. Hope they'll come up. Nothing is in this bed either. This is where I'm going to put my okra. This is where I usually put my okra there and here. But I'm going to put it all in this one bed once it comes up. I think these beds got voles or moles or one of them in there. I stomped on it. And then in this bed here, I'm going to put flowers. I also planted some marigolds. I'm going to plant them on the ends of each of the beds. They help deter too. But we got to wait on them. They're starting to get their first true leaves. So that's good. I put a whole bud in there. And they all popped up. So that's good. Here, I got some leeks planted. I started from seeds, so we'll let them get a little bigger. I actually didn't let them get a little dry, so they look a little sad, but they'll come back. And this is where I've been throwing my stuff from last year. You see there's some marigolds there. That's why I reached down there and just pulled one out and put it in there so I can grow my leeks. These two are my tomatillas, both of them are blooming, and they look very healthy for right now. Got something else growing down there, probably some kind of weed in the soil, and I put some onions around there, but I need to water them. So, same here, and we actually got a tomatillo growing from last year in there. That's what it looks like. So, whatever grows up, I'm going to pull it up and I'll save it and give it to somebody. If I get two, I'll give them to my neighbor if she wants some, or my friend. But right now, this is all I have for those two. Nothing is in there. My neighbor getting their trash can in, if you can hear it. This one, and that one is usually where I grow my eggplant. So I probably put some back in there again this year. I tried to grow squash in that one last year. My squash, of course, squash bugs. But anywho, that's what we have. Those three. We'll put something in there of what I got started. This is the basil. It's the mammoth basil, but this is what I'm going to put in there because that's all I got. I'm sure some other basil will come up somewhere. These are some more of the garlic, which are mine. These are the beets, which they look pretty good. I just gave them some water. Don't have anything in these pots except for some amaranth that comes back. If you plant it once, it'll come back year after year. These little things right here, those are where the seeds be, and they just fly everywhere, so you have it all over your garden. So I left 3 in there because I'm going to put some squash in here to grow up there, and some squash in there to grow up there, or a cucumber or something in there, and hopefully they'll keep the bugs away. And a plane is going by. I hope it keeps the bugs away, but as you know, here in the South, we in Georgia, zone 8A, the squash bugs and vine borers tear up some squash and some cucumbers, so we'll see what we get. But anyway, let's finish with the tour. Okay, and here I planted some holy basil. As you can see, they're kind of small. They took forever. I planted this one and that one at the same time, but this one right here took so much longer to come up. But they're in here now, so that's all that matters. I'm going to put some of my green stock. I have 2 more green stalks in the house that I'm going to fill. I bought the soil out my garage, so I'm going to fill them with the happy frog. I was going to say happy cow. And do that this weekend. This is some onions. I planted some yellow onions. As you can see there, some kind of yellow, super sweet. And then I planted some red guano. The red guano actually is just starting to come up. I only have 3. So I said I was going to put some more seeds in there. I have not yet, but I have all these yellows, so I'm just going to let them grow. We'll just have yellow onions. I prefer red, but I don't mind yellow. These are my 2 green stalks. This one is majority strawberries, but I did pop in some bok choy in here. Some of the strawberries look like they were dying off, but you can see it got a little green in the middle. I'm glad I left them because it's coming back. Hopefully it does that for the ones I left in all the pockets, but I don't know. But my sister sent me some strawberries, and they get here on Monday. So all the pockets that don't have none, I will plant some in it. I think I had like 10 or 11 pockets. Oh my God, I got a red strawberry. I see you. It's misshapen, but it's there. It's small. Look at it. It's because of the frost. Look like some of them bit on it. But anyway, because of the frost, some of them are misshapen because they were on here, and then we got another frost. But yeah, so let me look at these up here. That's turning red. That one. Oh, look. Something has bit it, but we got a red one. And one is almost red. So we are getting them, and we do have 2, what you call these things? Runners. So I'm going to put a little pot on here and attach it like that with the little clip, and then put these 2 runners and start them. So we'll have them for seeds. But we do have some red strawberries. They're small, but we have them. I'll come and get them from out of there. And I need to put last year and the year before, I put those copper things in there to keep the stuff out. So I need to do that again. The birds probably been getting them. But anywho, we got, this one is full of brassicas. Majority of it is kohlrabi. As you can see, the kohlrabi is forming on most of them. They don't look like they're going to seed. Some of them are red Russian kale. Like that one is kale. Looks like more like kale to me than kohlrabi. And that's kohlrabi. This one down here, that's kohlrabi. That's kohlrabi. Then we got some broccoli in here too, and some collards. So we got a little bit of everything. I come out here, I even eat the kohlrabi leaves. We got some bok choy. Ain't that pretty? That look good. Might have to eat that this weekend. But I'm going back to being vegan. More pescatarian. Just giving up meat again after I finish eating all the meat I have in my freezer. So I need to keep a lot of greens growing. I got to plant some turnips. They do good in the summer as well as Swiss chard. So I'm going to start those seeds. The red Russian kale does okay too in the summer too. As far as greens. But this area is cool because it's right off my porch. So I don't think they will bolt as fast because I normally grow collards in that very last bed up there, the one on the end, in the summertime, all summer long, and they grow fine because of the gate, the fence that's on both sides of it, because the fence on both sides of it, it don't get as much sun, so they don't bolt. As you can see, the onions up there, as you can see them, they leaning because they trying to find the sun because that little area up there gets shaded. I had my roselle up there last year in that pot where those garlic is, and then they're good because it's too shady. This year, I'm going to put it in that pot. That's why it's empty. I just got to top it off with some nutrients. I put some in there earlier, but I need to put some more because roselle is heavy feeder. So I'm going to put some more in that pot, and we'll go from there. Alright, this is the stevia that I was telling you about that I broke off from up there on that plant. You can see they are sprouting a little bit, getting some roots. in the bottom. So hopefully we have some of that, and I just plant some in other places. I like to plant stuff in more than one places, so I put some in some of them pots. But that is what we got for the stevia. So that's everything in the garden. So thank you guys for stopping by my channel. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you all in my very next video. Bye bye.